Hello and welcome. I am Triple Helix, and this is a really good simulator, or otherwise known as Euro Truck Simulator 2. Now, I'm not a professional with simulators, but I have played a fair few, just to name some: Farm Simulator, the original Euro Truck Simulator, Train Simulator, OMSI, the Bus Simulator, which is by far my favorite simulator of all time. But this is definitely my second favorite, and generally speaking, simulators are terrible and they never work. This one, on the other hand, is really polished and really nice, and a lot of attention went into detail. Now, it's also an expansive simulator. It's not just, driving a truck, which, interestingly enough, is not nearly as boring as it sounds. This is a game that I would sit down and play for hours on end and just... I feel embarrassed to admit it, but I would. It's a lot of fun. But on top of that, you have like an interesting little experience thing that comes along with driving and stuff. As you drive and you complete jobs that you can take in the job market, you earn experience that you can use to level up these skills. Now, I'm very early on in the game, but I do intend on playing this for a long time. On top of this, you can, buy your own trucks, which is typical, take money from the banks, and it's very much, it's expansive company management. It's, you run your company and you control your company, and it's a really interesting thing that they did here. But I can't show that off effectively. You'll have to buy the game if you want to experience that part. There's, also on top of this, you can play this with a number of controllers. I'm going to play it with the Xbox 360 controller just because that's my preferred controller of choice. But if you wanted to, you could play it with a steering wheel and pedals, like, the bad mother trucker that you are. Or you could play it with a keyboard, which is actually really nice. I just will be using the Xbox 360 controller because that's just my preference. In terms of the gameplay tweaks and everything, there's all of these. There's quite a bit. You can change the probability of rain, you can change how hard how effective the brakes are, and you can change all this stuff here. But I'm not getting too much into that. I'll just take a job here. Now, I've just bought my first truck, which is this one right here. I knew nothing about trucks, so I'm going to apologize right now to any truck driver who watches me do this terribly wrong. But, you learn, right? Now here, I think I'm just going to do one job, a long job probably. As you can see, we start, I believe, here, or here, because this is where my company is settled, and we have to drive to the start and bring it to where it needs to go. And I'm just looking for a longer one, or one that pays well, either of which. Let's see here. Nah, it's not that one. Let's not do that one, not that one. You know what? Why don't we do that one? This one right here. Which one is that? This one? Potatoes? Yeah, we need to get some potatoes to, Munchen. Also, I'm going to apologize because I'm going to horribly butcher the words of these German words here. So, how about we just take this job and get right in there? Now, when we load into the game, we are basically in the... As soon as you buy a truck, you can start from your own company. Let me start here. When you start the game, you don't start with your own truck. You start with, go into this view. You can start as a freelance driver. Basically, you go around to other companies and you drive their trucks for them without any fear of, damaging anything or breaking traffic violations. But when you actually have your own truck, you have to pay attention to that stuff on your own, which adds another level of strategy to it. And this will be the first time that I'll be driving my own truck here. Overall, I'd say these trucks control rather nicely. And the game is rather pretty. Like, it is quite nice to look at in terms of everything. And I'm going to be doing my best to follow the rules of the road here, but I'm going to have to maybe take it a little bit quickly. I need to get left. Just look both ways. That's clear enough. But yes, it's very nice how the trucks control, especially as they vary from especially when you put the trailers on them, because then they, have a different feel to them. And something that really surprised me about this simulator is that the original Euro Truck Simulator was terrible. It was really not good. It was not polished. It didn't feel like you were driving a truck at all. The environments were bland and not that nice to look at. And just overall, it wasn't enjoyable. I never felt myself driving like a truck and enjoying it. I just felt like it was just an arduous task that had to be done so it could, make money and continue going. Speed limit's 50 here. Yeah, let's try and keep close to 50. We'll just set cruise so we don't have to worry about that. But as I was saying, I was fairly concerned, because this also ended up on Steam Greenlight, I think. I think that's how this game ended up on Steam, is that it was greenlit and then put on Steam. And I was certain what was going to prove to Valve that greenlight was a horrible idea, but, Let's talk about greenlight for a second, because I'm already going there, and this is going to be quite a long drive. Greenlight hasn't seemed to work at all. Greenlight doesn't seem to do well for what it is. It doesn't work. It just doesn't make much sense to put the hands of, to put marketing decisions in the hands of gamers who can, choose, who just don't choose necessarily accurately, who won't choose with like a clean opinion. I want to go fast. That guy's going faster, but who won't necessarily choose appropriately, which is totally understandable. And I just think that it could hurt Valve's, business as a result, which to me sounds a bit ridiculous. Because also another thing that I think that if Greenlight's going to work, Valve needs to step it up with what they're doing. They don't monitor their games well at all. Because, whoops. What? Oh, I don't have my headlights on. Whoops. So yes, as you can see there, I just got fined because I didn't have my headlights on. That's a thing. But with the whole Greenlight thing, Valve doesn't do a good enough job of monitoring what goes out, because sometimes things will get released and they are broken and or don't work at all, which is completely unacceptable. Now, one game that I can call to mind that has this problem is the War Z. Even though that wasn't greenlit, it had that problem where it was released on Steam with a ton of features that it didn't have, and I would know. I've played it. It was broken. It didn't work. It wasn't fun. But it's one of those things that I think Valve needs to step it up. They usually do a pretty good job of monitoring what goes on Steam and what doesn't, but Greenlight kind of bypasses that, because if the fans say they want it on Greenlight, or if fans say they want it on Steam, it will be put on Steam no matter how broken it is. Towns, for instance, didn't work when it was released. Stop, break. Alright, we're fine. Towns didn't really work. And that's just one of the ones that I can call to mind, because I haven't really played too many Greenlight games, or Greenlit games, except this one. This one's actually really good. So I guess we can start talking about this one again. This is a lot of fun, and generally speaking, simulators for me are not fun. They seem kind of pointless. I've never understood why if anybody's ever enjoyed them, because essentially all they are simulating the job of somebody who probably hates what they're doing. But I don't know. Maybe they do enjoy it. I don't care, but I don't care. I really love this game. I can finally understand that. And that's something that I really like about this game, is that it keeps me coming back to it with, like, the experience and the sort of, I'm not going to say RPG-ish, but leveling type thing, where, you can level up your company and your trucks so that way you can have more fuel efficiency, so you don't have to get gas all the time, or you can level up your, you can acquire the ability to transport new cargo, such as explosives or chemicals or stuff like that, which sounds really interesting and I'd want to do soon. And that's basically what keeps me coming back to this, is that it's a lot of fun to unlock those things, as compared to a lot of other simulators where basically they give you no reason to come back. The only reason to really keep playing it is to, continue to submit yourself to torture. And I bought this game thinking I'm going to end up with this game and it's going to be hilariously fun to laugh at. And I was wrong. I was playing and I was like, this isn't terrible. And I looked back at the clock and it was 5 hours later. No lie. This game is incredibly fun and I see myself playing it for a long time, and that's definitely not a problem. In terms of controls, it's very nice. It's very what's the word I'm looking for? The options that you can set for controls are very expansive, as in, like, you can map all of the functions that you could have a keyboard to the Xbox 360 controller. However, there is a however to that. You cannot do everything with the Xbox 360 controller, as in, like, when you have to take a job, you have to do that with the keyboard and the mouse. If you want to go to the pause menu, you have to do that with the keyboard and the mouse. But everything in driving can be done with an Xbox 360 controller, which is the only reason I'd ever use it. Although the PC controls, as in, like, the keyboard and mouse controls, definitely are totally fine and they work well. I have used those. I used those for a little while just so I could say that and, you know, at least act like I'm sort of professional. You know, I wish I could show you off. I'm going to turn off the rain just so that way you can see the gorgeous environments that are in this game. So you can see you got a gameplay. You just turn on the probability of rain. I'll just turn it completely off so that way we don't have to worry about that. Click drive and you're right back in. Now, if that works, the rain should stop soon. So that way I can show you the more expansive environments that are here, which are really nicely detailed for a simulator. Like, another problem I have with a lot of simulators is that there's nothing to do while driving, as in, like, there's nothing to watch out for, there's nothing to pay attention to. Well, here, there's, you know, there's a lot of cars to watch out for who do car things, as in, like, some of them are really safe drivers and slow drivers, and, you know, the drivers that you like and you wave to as you pass by, and they're not making your day horrible. And then there's the drivers who will nearly kill you just to try and pass a car. I actually have a story about that. When I first played this game, I booted up the tutorial level, and immediately right off the bat, or not the tutorial level, I finished the tutorial level. The first job that I took, I was driving, and it was on a 2-lane road, one lane going one way and the other, like, another lane going the other way, and a car from the other lane decided to pull around a bus and nearly crashed into me, and I had to slam on the brakes in order to avoid it. Not before pulling into the other lane, forgetting that, because I had thought that I was in the wrong country again. Because I could have sworn that Europe, most of the people drove on the left side. Or not this side, not the side that I'm driving on right now, which is an American thing to do. Because in Euro Truck Simulator 1, that's how it worked. So I was fairly concerned that I was driving in oncoming traffic. But it was somebody who nearly killed me. And that was a fun little start to it, and it made me realize that I actually have to pay attention. I can't just, you know, hold down drive and have no problems at all. Also, the physics on the cars are really nice. So if you have, like, a heavy trailer and you make a sharp turn, you're very likely going to swerve and lose control. Which is nice, because I like to have to slow down and I don't, you know, not just hold a button and go from one place to another. How are we on gas? Now we're totally fine. We don't need any more gas. I haven't had to worry about gas because, as a freelance driver, up until this point, literally this is the first job that I've taken where I'm not a freelance driver. Which is, I'm not even sure if that's the right term, I'm just calling it that because it sounds better. But up until this point, I've always driven for other people, and they cover all the gas expenses, they cover all the accidents that I may cause, and all of that. Although I haven't caused many. I've caused quite a few at one point, but even then it wasn't too bad. That was just because I was not paying attention at all and was just driving around like a maniac and nearly basically killing like 4 or 5 people for no reason. But if you do that when you own your own car, you can send your business into bankruptcy very, very, very quickly. So there's a bit of permadeath to it, I guess. Not really, but you know. I've leveled up somehow. Nice. But I think the rain's going away because I can sort of, if you look in the rearview mirror, there's sort of a bit of sky there. I wonder how close we are. I know that this map represents, in terms of how much time it takes you to get, there we go, now the sun's coming out, and as you can see, the gorgeous environments open up and you can sort of see like the beauty of the world, which is really nice. It's a very well detailed simulator and the trees are beautiful. All that is really nice. If you couldn't tell, I love this simulator. This is a really good simulator that I think I will be spending a lot of time with. Drifting into the other lane, too. Whoop. Alright, there we go, I'm fine. Just, amazed by how beautiful this game is and how good of a simulator this whoops, and how nice of a simulator this is. Now, it's not without its share of problems. Like, there is the whole issue of it's not for everybody. This simulator isn't for everybody. Hey, it's a crane lifting stuff. Whoop, drifting. Yeah, there was a crane over there. Really well detailed environments and really nice to look at as you drive by. But, you know, simulators aren't for everybody. I generally like some simulators just because they're fun to mess around with, and more often than not, they're just fun to laugh at because they're so hilariously bad. Although this one isn't. This is a really good simulator. This is a really nicely well done simulator, and the people who made this game deserve all the money in the world for it. It's a fantastic simulator as far as simulators go, considering that most of them have no polish whatsoever. And if you want proof of that, just look up any video of Garbage Truck Simulator, Tanker Truck Simulator, anything by those people. Look up Farm Simulator. Although Farm Simulator isn't necessarily a bad simulator, it's just a bad it's a good farming simulator. It's a bad simulator of real life, as in, like, physics don't exist. You'll crash into a car and you'll just go flying into midair because, you know, why not? Is that a plane? I think those are planes. Haven't been down here before. Oh, it's a nice little memorial thing. As you can see, like I said, it's a really well detailed environment, and I think this is modeled after, you know, the real Europe. Everything is just shrunk down so that you can travel. Oop, going here. Oh, that was close. That's fine. I made it. I should have been paying attention there. That was only slightly illegal. It's fine though. No accidents were caused and no one got hurt. So, that's a good thing. But I believe the map is modeled after actual Europe. It just is shrunk down so that you can travel as far in an hour as you would in an actual time of the hour. Also, you may hear a weird sort of windish sound. I'm terribly sorry about that. I have all of the windows in the room that I'm recording in open because it is so hot right now. It is just untrue. So, cope with me here. I couldn't do anything about it, and I felt like I had to show you this simulator while I was at it because it's a nice little peaceful thing. I should turn off my wipers. Those have been on for a long time, haven't they? I can just hear in the comments section people screaming at me, "Turn off your wipers!" If there was anybody in the comments section to comment on that. Sigh. I'm still amazed at how good this simulator turned out because I genuinely thought this was going to be just another drab, boring, why am I playing this? Oh yes, because I can laugh at it because it's so funny kind of simulator. Hey, it's Farming Simulator over there. See? There's the grass and the tractors and all that stuff. If you want to play a good simulator, I recommend this highly, and I very highly recommend OMSI if you just want to experience a simulator like that, because OMSI is definitely my favorite simulator of all time, just because it's very well detailed, it's very nice. And it's not like this doesn't have a lot to do in it, it's just that OMSI has a little bit more, because there's the, you know, you're driving a bus, as compared to a truck, where a truck basically picks things up and drops them off, among other things, which I'm definitely not saying that's a bad thing. It's really nice, and it's a genuine profession, but I like OMSI just a little bit more, because there's, you know, you have to deal with giving people tickets in their buses, you have to pick people up, you have to go to your routes and everything, which is a lot of fun, and there's a variety of maps there. It's not just one big map like this is. Although, this definitely works better for a trucking simulator. I believe if you go to the developer site, which you can just Google Euro Truck Simulator 2, and it should be, you know, the first link, you can download the game and you can play a demo, which I believe lets you play until level 8. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. With a few less features, too. But you can play, like, basically the full game until level 8, which I've been playing this for about 2 or 3 hours now, and I'm only at level 2 right now. I turned level 2 in this video about halfway through. So, you know, as you can tell, it's a long way to level 8. And that'll let you know, if you can run it on your computer, which I'm sure you can, because it's not that graphics heavy, considering that it doesn't have to render that much. And it's also, or just to see if you enjoy the simulator, or if you just want to play the simulator and not pay any money for it. But I do recommend paying money for this. I think it's like $40 on Steam, which even I admit is a bit much. I bought it around when it first came out and never touched it until now, or at least a few days ago. I bought it when it first came out when it was like $35, but I believe it is $45 on Steam right now, which I'd say is a little bit too much money for this. Or especially if you're unsure. Like if what you're watching here, if you're looking at this and thinking this looks totally cool, this looks like a lot of fun, what you've said sounds like something I'd want to be part of, then you should definitely pay the money for it. But if you're like, I don't know, I don't know if I should buy this, it doesn't sound, it sounds sort of interesting, but I'm not really sure if I'd enjoy it, play the demo, and that will, so that way you're not spending $40 on this game, because it is, a rather steep asking price for the type of game this is. Although I find it totally worth it. I would definitely pay $40 for this game. It's just a question of, do you enjoy trucking for hours on end? Which I didn't know I did up until this point. Because I've spent well over 50 hours in OMSI just driving around in a bus, which is kind of pathetic, if you ask me. But still, it is a lot of fun, these simulators. I enjoy these simulators just because they simulate some fun things. And I also enjoy simulators because they're generally bad and I get to laugh at them and say, haha, you're funny, this is a terrible game. I don't know how this ever, was put on the market. Now you'll also get job offers, like special job offers, in the form of an email, which your little PDA in the corner will alert you of, which adds, some nice little random events in the game. And this feels like limitlessly playable, as in like it never really ends. There's always another road for you to explore. There's always, you can always expand your company a little bit more. And in terms of the company interactions that you can do, you can, first of all, if you weren't paying attention when I drove out of my little garage at the very beginning of this video, it's pretty crummy. It's basically like a shack in the middle of nowhere with, just some dirt and garbage surrounding it. So that definitely requires some upgrading. And you can upgrade it basically by, purchasing different squares of land or upgrading the company. You can also buy different trucks. You can hire other people so that they can bring in a steady cash flow as you go around your trucking business. And in order to afford stuff like a truck or something, because there's no way I made the 90,000 pounds it cost to buy this thing over the course of 1 or 2 hours, you can take a loan from the bank at which you pay interest in, like a genuine real company would. And it's really nice that they have that. This is one of those, it's a very rare that I find a simulator that's this complex and this enjoyable. I mean, OMSI did have that, but it wasn't as complex. You basically drive a bus around and pick up people, and that's pretty much the whole thing of OMSI, and that's the end of it. Which, again, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing. It's just I don't feel like it has as much options as this does. This has a lot of options in it and a lot of variety and replayability. Again, terribly sorry about the wind. I'm just trying to get some fresh air in here so I don't burn to death in front of you. Turning off here, so we'll slow it down a little bit. And then that wasn't me, I swear. That was my guy yawning. That's really cool. There's like this, that's really interesting. I had that fatigue simulator on, and I never knew what it did. Apparently, if you drive long enough, it, your guy begins to get a little bit tired. I don't know if it has any effect on the gameplay overall, but my guy is getting a little bit tired. I also know that if you crash your car, there's like a certain number of damage you can do to it before it breaks entirely, and you either have to, I don't know if it like breaks the truck entirely because I haven't done that before, but I know that if you hit something, you can mess up the engine and cause it to short out. So at random times, your engine will just die, and you'll have to wait to try and kickstart it again. But in terms of variety, this game has quite a bit of it. There's really, there's quite a lot to do. In terms of like the environments that are here, they're rather varied. The towns are nice and, you know, populated, and people, you don't see people driving down like unpopulated roads like you would in other simulators. It is very much, you know, just open, vast, expansive wilderness, but it is very nice to look at. You know, I've always wondered why people don't make simulators in America. As in, like, when they make a simulator, it's usually in... My guy keeps yawning. I'm wondering what's going on with that. But they never really make... Oops, stop. Okay, that was a little close. We're good, though. But I've always wondered why there's not, like, you know, an American trucker simulator. Why it's always Europe or somewhere like that. It's... Especially Germany. A lot of simulators seem to take place in Germany. If any of you know, which, let's be honest here, I don't think anybody knows why, just please let me know, because that's always confused me. I've always found that interesting. Hey, it's OMSI. There's like all the simulators in this game. Every simulator of all time takes place right here. See, there's OMSI. Farm Simulator was, you know, back there somewhere. Train Simulator's probably over the hill over there. Any other simulators? Garbage Truck Simulator. That's... We'll just pretend that never happened. And when you pick up a trailer, it, the gameplay does get a little more... Or, yeah, the driving gets a little more interesting, as, you know, you have to compensate for the giant trailer behind you. So when you make right turns like that, you have to go a little further out, so that way you're, you know, you're, slow down. He's gonna let me go, it looks like. Alright, drive. Alright, he's not gonna go. Oh. I'm getting tired, apparently. So I should find somewhere to rest. Oy! I still don't know what effect that has on the gameplay. I don't know if I'll fall asleep. You may witness the death of a trucker here. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that does. That's interesting. I don't know if it, like, slows the reaction time or something. But one thing that bothers me that's, sort of been in the game the whole time is that when you push, from when you brake to when, like, if you come to a full stop, to try and get moving again is quite, it takes quite a while between when you, hit the brake and when you, you know, push the gas again to actually start moving. And no, that's not just fatigue, that's happened pretty much the whole time. And it's been a bit of a pain to try and deal with that. Alright, I've never picked up a trailer before, so I don't know what to do. Should I just stop here? Alright. Alright, now I can pick the job. I think I was taking the potatoes. Potatoes or meat? Which one should I take? I'll take the potatoes, because, you know, why not? Take the job. Alright, now I go into the other view. There's also other views that you have to deal with your, that you can deal with on your, with your keyboard and mouse. Or, yeah, with the keyboard, just hit the different number buttons. So that way, you know, you can actually back up into it appropriately. I know it's, betraying the point of simulators, because, you know, that doesn't really, that's not how it works in real life, but still. Ah, it's close enough. Ah, there we go. It just clips right into me. Ooh, what's going on here? Looks like I'm beginning to fall asleep. Alright. I could, this could go really bad soon enough. I'm hoping I can get there on time, so that way I don't, accidentally get my guy killed because he falls asleep in the middle of the road or something. Alright, we're clear. Let's just go. I'm just watching in the rearview mirror to make sure I don't hit this on the... Oi! On the thing. Now we're good. Alright, off we go. Hopefully we can make it to, where we're going. Oh, 3 hours and 40 minutes. We're doomed. But yeah, I've never been tired before. I'm not really sure what that does. I don't know if it just makes your vision fade a little bit every so often, which would definitely be interesting, or if it actually makes you, you know, legitimately fall asleep, or if your reaction time is like when you push the buttons and when something actually happens, or, you know, a little more weird like that. That'd be pretty interesting, honestly. Another thing that I totally forgot to think about was, you know, the hard drive space. I could totally run out of that before this video actually ends. That would be fun. Not really. That would that'd be quite a pain. Although I feel fairly confident that I can make it in time. Yeah, I am getting tired. I really don't. Yeah, it just seems to blur my vision a little bit. which I can deal with. All right, come on, go. What are you doing? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's a horn to make people go. I don't know if it actually does anything, or if, you know, it's just for effect. But still, we got to get these potatoes to wherever we're going. I totally forgot to look up the name of it. I'm kind of glad I forgot to look up the name of it, so that way I don't, you know, butcher any more German words today. But when you put the trailer on your truck, it gets much harder to accelerate and your gas goes down much quicker, which is a really nice feature. I should move over here. Oi! Let's not hit this guy. Let's not hit this guy. Let's not hit this guy. All right, we're good. If I can make it this whole way without having an accident, that would be quite an accomplishment. All right, come on, red light. Let's change. Don't you just hate it when you're stuck at a red light and you have somewhere to be and you're totally tired? That's always a pain. There we go. Also, generally in these simulators, I never really feel like I have to obey the law. Like, I never really feel the need to follow the law. But this, I've generally been a pretty good driver. I've been a better driver than I am in real life. Like, I'm a much worse driver in real life than I am in this game. Yes, I know I'm getting tired. I feel like I can make it. It's not that far, right? It's only 3 hours and 30 minutes. We're doomed. But yes, it's an interesting little feature that they have in the game. So that means that every so often I have to actually stop and rest. I don't know if it means just stop your car somewhere and, you know, relax, or if it means to, you know, stop somewhere marked on your map and take a short break. Or, you know, where it speeds up the time, but you take a break. I'm not going to hit anybody, it's fine. Over my course of driving, I've only killed about 4 or 5 people. And most of it was just because I've missed a turn or something, and I'm just like, I can make it, and I forget I have a trailer attached to me. So the trailer just eats them. True story. Alright, it looks like we have a bit of a roundabout up here. A roundabout? I don't think that's what this is called. A roundabout are those things where there's like a number of roads that you can turn off onto and it's in a circle. Yes, I know I'm getting tired, game. You don't have to tell me every 2 seconds. Ooh, I can speed up, actually. And generally I go a lot faster than this with the truck. Huh, that might be what it does. Ooh, if that's the case, that could be really bad. Nah, there we go. I'm speeding up a little more now. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I should probably move over before somebody tries to cut me off here. No, I can't move over. I lied. Now I can move over. But I generally do try and signal when I play this game. Like, I actually play it like a real, you know, trucking. Like, I'm actually driving a truck. And ooh, going a little too fast here. It's alright. Managed to make that A-okay. Ooh! Alright, just go ahead of me. There we go. I'm actually surprised I didn't kill that guy. Alright. If I can make it out of this without getting into an accident, that would be amazing. Yes, I know I'm getting tired, game. You don't have to tell me every 2 seconds. I'll find somewhere after this. I have to make the people happy. The 1 or 2 people happy. Oh, it doesn't matter. Just drive. In terms of who I would recommend this game to, I would recommend it to anybody with any interest whatsoever in a simulator game, any interest whatsoever in a trucking game. Just anybody with an interest of, you know, if anybody wants to play like a slow game, I would recommend this to them. If anybody wants to play like a good simulator, I would recommend this to them. But I would first recommend them to OMSI. This is sort of like, what was that video that I did a little while ago? 10 million. It's sort of like 10 million, where it's things that sound like it's going to work horribly together. Like, it's a simulator, but, you know, it's got, like, you can, like, level up in it and get different skills and stuff. And, you know, you can manage your company. And it's like, that sounds terrible. That just sounds like, that sounds forced. Like, you're trying to make it a game that's already terrible better. But it isn't. Honestly, it's a really good game. It's a full simulator. It's really nice to play. The controls are really smooth. The environments are pretty and fun to look at as you drive by, and definitely keep the game varied enough. It's gonna keep telling me I'm getting tired. Oh, it doesn't seem to be blurring my vision anymore. It doesn't seem to affect me at all. The one thing that I find funny is that I have this on cruise control right now, and it seems to be that if you go down a hill, because cruise control in real cars, I'm not sure how they work in trucks, but I know the cruise control in real cars. Am I slowing down? Oh yeah, I am. Alright. But cruise control in real cars... Is my vision getting blurrier, or is that just the rain? Or the sun or something? Oh, it's becoming night. That's nice. It's really pretty, actually. There's still I still have my lights on. Whoops. There's another bunch of people in the comments. Turn off your lights, you moron. Yes, I know. Again, I apologize to any truckers who happen to be watching this and just, you know, ripping their hair out as I fail to, you know, appropriately drive this truck. But I don't drive trucks. I rarely, if ever, drive, cause I'm a gamer and I feel like I'd see like I'd just be driving and I'd see one of those things that carries a lot of cars, and wow, that's really pretty. I'd see like one of those things that carries cars, and I just ramp off of it. Okay, Win, seriously, you can stop now. You're ruining this video. You could just stop for like a few seconds, please. Or it would be nice that if my room weren't so hot. Thanks, computer. That's I'll just blame it on a number of things. Also, you can lean your head out the window, and it's ooh. All right, stay in my lane. All right, that's not a good idea to show off right here. But you can, if you look in this direction, you can lean out the window, and I'm gonna hit this car. Just don't slow down. It's all right. But you can lean out the window, and it's really nice because if you pay attention to the audio, if you can hear it, the audio. Oh, I've nearly hit that. I'm messing this up pretty badly. I'm done doing that now. What are those? I'm getting too easily distracted. What are those? Those birds? Birds without flapping their wings. Alright, that's fine. Also, I love the shadows on these things right here. These windmills. Sometimes whoa, what's going on? Okay. Okay, apparently I fell asleep there. Alright, nice. Alright, that went wrong. Yes, I know I'm tired. Alright, well, there you go. That's the effect that it will have on the gameplay. Your guy just stops listening to you. That's basically what happened right there. As I was talking about these really nice shadows and looking over there, and then my guy fell asleep, and I hit something. That was yeah, that's always nice. But yes, you can see the windmills are gorgeous. The shadows in this game are really nice and really well done. The trees, if you look closely, they're, you know, the textures are pretty yeah, but they're nice. Everything is really nice. Like, everything is really well done. Those poles and those electrical wires, I think they are, or telephone wires. I think they're electrical wires, are really nice. I'm not sleeping. Am I sleeping? I'm getting fined for... How am I getting fined for avoiding sleep? Are you kidding me? I should go shut that off. I feel. So I don't keep getting fines here, because I want to finish this video. No, I'm going to keep it on. I'm going to keep this on. I'm going to be like a real trucker here. I get tired, although my trucker's a bit of a wuss and falls asleep after driving for, like, you know, just a few hours. I'd love to see what would happen if he has to, like, move across the country or something. He just, oh, maybe I can stop at that gas station. It's just like, it lets me sleep. Yeah, I think that's what that is. I can't tell. There's a symbol there for gas. Yes, I know I'm getting tired. I'm heading to that gas station to see if I can go to sleep there. Which would keep me from killing too many more people. So I'll turn off, yeah, signal. There we go, close enough. And head off here so that way we can take a little bit of a rest before I finish up this video. Alright. Oh, come on, I'm going there. Stop finding me. Alright. Now, it says I can rest. I don't know where. I don't want to get gas. I want to go through this. I'm gonna hit something. This is gonna go wrong. Somehow that didn't go wrong. Can I just, like, pull right here and sleep? I don't know. It's worth a shot, right? That's a pole. That's gonna absolutely just... Oh, there we go. I can just stop the... Oh, I can just rest. Perfect. Nice. And now it's nighttime. I should probably start the engine. Let's go. Come on. That's nice. Alright, good to know. So I can get rest. That's how you get rest. There you go. You learned it here first, guys. Now, I've actually never driven at nighttime because, when you just drive, other people's trucks, as in, like, when you don't own your own truck, it, you don't actually... Can I turn on my high beams on? No, I think that's illegal. I think I'll get fined for that. There's a guy right next to me, isn't there? Yes, there is. Come on. Pass me, buddy. I don't have much room to go. I'm kind of driving on the shoulder here. Alright, just going to pull over here. It's fine. This is all going to go horribly wrong. I can already tell. I'm just going to turn my high beams on. I don't know if it's illegal or not. Please don't yell at me, truckers. I'm sorry. I don't know how this works. I just want to see. Really beautiful night out. The environments in this game are gorgeous and absolutely just amazing to look at as you drive. Which is really nice considering that, you know, most simulators have that huge issue of, well, I've been driving for like 4 hours solid, but I don't know why. It's boring. There's nothing to look at. I'm looking at you, Garbage and Tanker Truck Simulator, which are basically the same world. And they're both bland and not fun to look at all. OMSI's nice. Seriously, just go buy... I feel like this is turning into a go buy OMSI instead of go buy this game. Just go buy them both. Just, if you have any money, go buy OMSI and go buy this. If you have any interest in simulators, that is. If not, watch one of my other videos that are either A, coming out, or B, have already come out. And, buy one of those games, because I don't usually play bad games. Although, I feel like I might start doing that because I like to have a good laugh at them, so why not share my good laughs with you guys? Haha, right? Yeah. Alright, it looks like right up there, if you look closely at our little navigation thing there, we're getting very close to our destination. Or the game lied to me and we're not. No, we're like 7 minutes away. Ah, I can see it. We're getting close to Frankfurt. Maine. I'm sorry, German people. I don't know how to pronounce your words. I'm offending so many people in this game. So, you know, as we're nearing our final destination, right? That movie. As we're nearing our destination, I'm going to apologize to all you truckers who I've offended by making a mockery of trucking. Just by driving. Although I totally respect your job and this is an amazing game and, you know, truckers keep the economy together. And I'm going to apologize to German people who haven't been watching this, or Europeans whose words I've mispronounced, but, you know, especially the Germans, because I've been pronouncing a lot of German words here. Oh, there's a beautiful irony. There would just be a beautiful irony in the fact that that word's not German, although, or if that, that name is not German, although I can guarantee it is. Also, to the people who are watching this, and, you know, after I've apologized to you and after you've kind of gotten over the fact that I've totally, either A, butchered your language, or B, butchered your job, remember, if you enjoyed this video, like it, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. I will have a few videos out soon, or more videos out soon. Turn off. Alright. Oh no! I barely did anything. It's fine. Alright. Now this is going to be the fun part that, that I absolutely... Ooh, wrong way. That I absolutely hate. Nope, that was the right way. Oh, this can only go well. It's all going wrong. I can't see my wheels. Turn on my high beams. It's not working. Alright, turn this way. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Straighten it out. Straighten it out. Straighten it out. Perfect. No, not that way. No, wait. Yes, that way. No, like that. Just a little bit. Nope, not that way. I was wrong. Okay. Yeah, I can't drive a truck. You know. I can barely drive a car. How am I expected to drive a truck? I think there's a lesson to be learned from this, and that lesson is, if I ever come to you guys, and, if you ever see my company knocking at your door, asking if you want me to truck something across the world for you, say no. Or, people will die. Oh, this can only go wrong. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna skip this because this is gonna take forever, and I'm terrible at some, you know. Yes, I know, I damaged my car too much. It's fine, I still got paid. So, as I call it quits on this video, if you liked it, again, well, if you liked it, like it. And if you want to see more, subscribe. I will be putting out more videos soon. Dead Space 3 review is coming eventually, probably. But, as I hit continue here, and the game loads, I want to wait for it to finish loading because I don't want to end it here. Alright, there we go. As we have a nice view of my truck. My damaged, beaten up truck. This is Triple Helix. Signing off.